Hi, my name is Amit Bhayani. I'm one of the co-founders of Talistex and also lead for JSS7 project and other turnkey solutions like USSD Gateway and SMSC. So today's session, we will learn how to integrate Telescale USSD Gateway with RestComm, and the user should be able to create USSD menu using the RestComm Visual Designer by drag and drop feature. This feature has been added in the next upcoming release of USSD Gateway, which is 6.1.6.GA. Let's see how to do this. So now we'll start the Telescale USSD Gateway on my local machine. We already have deployed RestComm on Amazon machine instance. So this is the IP address where RestComm has been deployed as an AMI instance. This RestComm already supports USSD. The integration of USSD with RestComm is based on 3GPP standards 24. Don't remember top of my head. Let me just go through it. It's based on 24.390 specification. This specification is for IMS for integrating USSD with the SIP. On the same principle, Telescale USSD Gateway has been integrated with RestComm. So Telescale USSD Gateway is up and running. Let us start the simulator. This is JSS7 simulator, which can act as mobile client sending the USSD request. Let's start this. Okay, and the JSS7 simulator will connect to USSD gateway over Citron SCTP. Once the connection is established, you will see that the state is connected over here. Okay, let's go to the management console of Telescale USSD gateway. So this is the management console of Telescale USSD gateway. And let's see the routing rules. So far we have declared two routing rules, one for HTTP and which goes to the local host. There is an example deployed for this, and other is 1 to 3 which also goes to the local host but over the SIP. Let's create a rule. Let's call it a star 556 whatever. I don't care for hash or any number after that. So I can say this is SIP and it should go to RestComm. So this is the IP of my RestComm instance on AMI, and it listens on port 5080. The SIP is listening on port 5080. Whether this is exact match, no. So anything which is dialed after star 556 will be routed as SIP request to this IP of Amazon instance and port 5080. Let's create this. Fair enough. So we have star 556 configured for USSD gateway. Similarly, we have to configure RestComm. So I'll go to the RestComm management numbers. These are already pre-configured numbers. Let us register our star 556 hash. So if any request comes in for star 556 hash, the RestComm is ready to handle that request. Now we have to configure the application, which we can do with the help of RestComm Visual Designer. We can use the voice URL. As of now, there is no USSD, but we'll add that. Nevertheless, it can still use the voice URL. So there are no USSD application. I can create new. As you can see, when I say create new, it goes to the RestComm Visual Designer. I can say this is USSD application. For now, let us create a simple application which receives the USSD request and just sends back the response. So I will name this as simple USSD. Okay, and create. So as soon as I press create, it comes by default with the USSD message. It says welcome to RestComm Visual Service Designer. We can make it as welcome to RestComm RVD, RestComm Visual Designer service integrated with USSD, right? And I will save this. So this is how the actual XML payload looks like. No problems, looks good. So we go back here and now we should be able to see our okay. I I saved this and okay, it's not giving me an option. Okay, let us try to register this again. So I register for star 556 hash, and now it should show me, yeah, here is my simple USSD. So if any request comes via USSD, it will be sent to this application, and let me just register this. Fair enough. So star 556 hash has been registered for simple USSD. Let's see if our simulator is connected. Yes, it's connected. And I have also started the Wireshark just to see the magic happening and exchange of the messages. So let us do this thing. I will dial star 556 hash and send process unstructured request. Here you go. So this is the map request which is coming from the simulator to USSD gateway. USSD gateway sent the invite request to Telskill and I got the response back. So this is the response that I have received. Welcome to RestComm RD service integrated with USSD. This is the same message that we have configured via drag and drop. Now let's see a more complicated scenario where you would want to send back a tree-based menu, and depending upon the action of the user, whether the user presses 1 or 2, you want to provide the corresponding response. So let's go back to our Telescale USSD gateway and configure a new routing rule. Let's say star 557 and SIP. Again, it will go to the same IP and port. Whether this is exact match, no, we don't care for that. So I'll create this. Simple, it's star 557, and on RestComm we'll have to register a new number. But before that, let's create a new project, tree-based USSD. So it says welcome to RestComm Visual Designer. We don't want that. We'll say press 1 for SMS and 2 for data. Let's add new module. Let's call this as SMS, and let's add the USSD message here. You have 100 SMS balance. Thank you. Okay, let's add one more module. Let's call this as data. Okay, and add USSD message and say you have 100 MB data left. Thank you. Though these are all static, but nothing stops you to go and select these values from database or any other CRM tool that you would be using. Come back to this, and now we instead sorry, we don't require USSD message, we require USSD collect over here because we are collecting the input from the end user, and this is the message that we want to show to the end user. Now for menu, we can add option. If it is 1, go to SMS. If it is 2, go to data, and for any other options, it'll just go back to the original menu by default. Fair enough. So we save this, okay, and go back to RestComm. Let's register star 557 hash, and for optional parameters we'll select our new tree-based USSD. Okay, and we say register. So this is our new number. Let's dial it again. Let me refresh my Wireshark. Close this, and instead of star 556, now I'll say star 557 hash. Let's see. So it says press 1 for SMS and 2 for data. I'll press 1. Here you go. It says you have 100 SMS balance. So with the new USSD gateway and RestComm Visual Designer, creating USSD application via drag and drop is very simple. For any further inquiries, feel free to contact us at info@telestex.com. Thank you.